Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to talk about one of the most profound lessons in personal development. Focusing on yourself, not others. Too often, people become consumed by what others are doing, achieving, or possessing. They spend precious time comparing their lives to someone else's highlight reel. But here's the truth. No matter how much energy you invest in analyzing someone else's life, it will never move the needle in your own. The secret to success lies not in comparison, but in concentration on yourself. You see, your greatest asset is you, your mind, your skills, your habits, and your time. These are the tools that shape your future. Why waste them? Look at someone. You are your greatest asset. No one else can live your life for you, and no one else can take responsibility for your success or failure. Your mind is the command center, your habits are the foundation, and your decisions are the architects of your future. Every action you take, every thought you cultivate, and every moment you invest contributes to the masterpiece that is your life. Now think about this. If you owned a business and your primary asset was a machine that produced all your income, how well would you maintain it? You'd ensure it was running at peak performance, wouldn't you? You'd oil it, service it, upgrade it, and protect it. Yet, how often do we neglect the one machine that drives every aspect of our lives? Ourselves. Your mind, your skills, your health, your time. These are your tools, and they deserve your attention. When you invest in learning, when you cultivate discipline, when you nurture your well-being, you are expanding your capacity to achieve. You don't get to trade this asset for a new one. It's not replaceable, and it doesn't come with a warranty. What you do to care for it today determines how far it will carry you tomorrow. The greatest return on investment comes from investing in yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't build a legacy on a shaky foundation. So remember, you are your greatest asset. Treat yourself as such, and watch how everything in your life begins to transform. Comparison is the thief of growth. It sneaks into your thoughts, distracts you from your goals, and robs you of the joy that comes from progress. When you measure yourself against others, you shift your focus from what you're building to what someone else has already built. It's like planting a garden but spending all your time staring at your neighbor's flowers instead of watering your own. Think about it. Every person is on a unique journey shaped by their own circumstances, choices, and opportunities. Comparing your path to theirs is like comparing a sunrise to a mountain. Both are extraordinary, but each has its own time, purpose, and beauty. The moment you let comparison into your mind, it breeds doubt, envy, and discouragement, none of which contribute to growth. When you focus on others, you lose sight of your own progress. You might overlook the small victories, the quiet improvements, and the subtle shifts that signify your own development. Instead of celebrating how far you've come, you diminish your own achievements by holding them up to someone else's standards. But here's the truth. Someone else's success doesn't diminish yours. Their progress doesn't slow yours down. Growth is a personal process. It requires patience, consistency, and focus. It's about being better today than you were yesterday, not being better than someone else. The only comparison that matters is the one between who you are and who you're becoming. When you let go of the urge to measure yourself against others, you free yourself to grow without limits. So guard your thoughts and energy, because comparison truly is the thief of growth. Personal responsibility is key. It is the foundation upon which all success is built. Without it, even the best opportunities will slip through your fingers. You see, life doesn't hand out guarantees, but it does present chances. And it is your responsibility to recognize them, seize them, and make the most of them. Taking personal responsibility means understanding that you are the architect of your own life. It's not about what others did or didn't do. It's not about blaming circumstances or waiting for someone to rescue you. It's about looking in the mirror and saying, if it's going to be, it's up to me. That's the mindset that transforms lives. When you take responsibility, you take control. You stop being a passenger and start being the driver. You stop making excuses and start making progress. The moment you own your actions, you also own your outcomes. That's powerful because it means that no matter where you are today, you have the ability to chart a new course. But here's the catch. Responsibility doesn't come without effort. It requires discipline, accountability, and sometimes doing the hard things that others shy away from. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it, making decisions that align with your goals, and being honest with yourself about where you are and where you want to go. When you embrace personal responsibility, you discover that it's not a burden, it's a gift. It gives you the power to change, to grow, and to create the life you desire. So take it, own it, make it your guiding principle, and you'll find that success has a way of finding those who are willing to take responsibility for their own lives. Embrace continuous improvement. It's not just a philosophy, it's a way of life. Life is a process, not a destination. And every day presents an opportunity to refine, enhance, and elevate who you are. The journey of improvement never ends because the potential for growth is infinite. Think of it this way, just as a tree grows taller and its roots grow deeper, so should you. The moment a tree stops growing, it begins to decay. The same is true for people. When you stop striving to improve, you stagnate. And stagnation is a quiet surrender to mediocrity. Improvement, on the other hand, is a declaration that you're willing to do what it takes to reach your fullest potential. Now let's be clear. Continuous improvement doesn't mean overhauling your life overnight. It's about making small, consistent changes that compound over time. A book read here, a skill practiced there, a habit strengthened today. It all adds up. It's about being just a little better today than you were yesterday, and a little better tomorrow than you are today. Those small steps lead to monumental progress. But here's the key. You must embrace it. Improvement isn't always easy. It requires effort, persistence, and sometimes even discomfort. It might mean admitting where you've fallen short, learning from your mistakes, or stepping outside your comfort zone. But every ounce of effort you put into growing yourself pays dividends in the form of a richer, fuller life. When you embrace continuous improvement, you tap into the power of possibility. You start to see challenges as opportunities, failures as lessons, and success as a natural outcome of growth. It's not about being perfect, it's about being better. Day by day, step by step, improvement becomes your habit, and excellence becomes your reality. So embrace it, commit to it, and watch how your life transforms. Turn envy into inspiration. Envy is a natural emotion, but left unchecked, it can become a destructive force. It clouds your judgment, steals your joy, and distracts you from your own potential. But here's the truth. Envy isn't the problem. What you do with it is. You can let it consume you, or you can harness it as a powerful source of motivation and growth. When you feel envious of someone's success, achievements, or possessions, don't dwell in resentment. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from them? What did they do to get where they are, and how can I apply those principles to my own life? Envy, when redirected, becomes a signal, not of what you lack, but of what you desire. It's a reminder of your own aspirations and a nudge to take action. Think of envy as a mirror, reflecting the areas where you want to grow. If someone's career, fitness, or lifestyle inspires feelings of envy, that's your cue to evaluate your own efforts in those areas. Are you putting in the work? Are you staying disciplined? Are you taking the steps needed to achieve similar results? Instead of letting envy paralyze you, let it energize you to improve. It's important to remember that the success of others doesn't diminish your own potential. Their victories don't mean your journey is over. In fact, their achievements can light the path for your own. Use their stories as evidence of what's possible, as proof that the dreams you have are within reach. When you turn envy into inspiration, you shift your perspective. You go from being a spectator to becoming a participant. You stop asking, why not me, and start saying, if they can do it, so can I. And that mindset, fueled by action, is what transforms envy into a catalyst for growth and success. So the next time you feel envious, take a deep breath, refocus, and let that feeling drive you towards your own greatness. Celebrate individuality. Each person is a unique combination of talents, strengths, and experiences, and that includes you. No one else in the world has your exact perspective, your exact story, or your exact potential. That makes you irreplaceable. Instead of trying to fit into someone else's mold, recognize the incredible value of your individuality and learn to honor it every single day. Think about it. Nature never duplicates its creations. No two snowflakes, no two leaves, no two sunsets are exactly alike. And yet each one contributes something beautiful to the world. The same is true for people. Your uniqueness is your strength, not a flaw to hide. When you embrace what sets you apart, you unlock the power to contribute in ways that only you can. Celebrating individuality also means letting go of the need for comparison. You weren't meant to walk someone else's path or achieve someone else's goals. You were meant to forge your own way. The moment you stop chasing someone else's definition of success and start defining it for yourself, you begin to truly live. You start building a life that reflects your passions, your values, and your vision. It's not always easy. In a world that often rewards conformity, standing out can feel uncomfortable. But the greatest achievements come from those who dare to be different, who have the courage to embrace their quirks, their dreams, and their own way of doing things. History is filled with individuals who celebrated their uniqueness and changed the world because of it. When you celebrate individuality, you also inspire others to do the same. You give them permission to be themselves, to pursue their own dreams, and to shine in their own way. So stand tall in your uniqueness, celebrate your strengths, learn from your weaknesses, and live your life as the original masterpiece it was meant to be. Because the world doesn't need another copy, it needs you. Let me leave you with this thought. Your individuality is not just a gift to yourself, it's a gift to the world. By embracing who you are and celebrating your unique journey, you inspire others to do the same. You create a ripple effect of authenticity, courage, and self-expression. So walk your path boldly, live your truth unapologetically, and let your individuality shine. Because when you fully embrace and celebrate who you are, you don't just live a life. You create a legacy.